Spanish module, Education for Global Justice. So this all has a special place in our hearts. It's where we all got to meet, all got to bond, and the only a module that we got to complete in person, sadly. Here we learnt loads about theories and practical ways to make classes and the schools that we go into as future teachers as inclusive as possible, to not only accept and welcome diversity, but really to celebrate it. In week one, we created dream schools and we applied theories such as the 4 A's: availability, accessibility, adaptability, and acceptability. We saw how these theories would really work in practice. We gained an understanding of each other's educational systems by comparing them from Denmark, Austria, Belgium, Ireland, and Spain. We saw not only the negatives but the positives, and we critically evaluated maybe how we could change our own systems in the future. We also got to visit Escuela Emily Dunsadella, where we observed an incredible example of project-based learning that was new to a lot of us, and we saw an environment in which the students had loads of autonomy. Overall, we both think this module gave us the tools to empower our future students to be global citizens and to be critical thinkers within a diverse and inclusive setting. This was the Austrian module of Communication and Education. Here we learnt about the power of a creative classroom, we evaluated our own personalities as teachers, and we researched theories of alienation and resonance and how they apply to the children that we'll have in our classrooms in the future. We were introduced to many online learning tools that will be useful for us. We got to reminisce on our days in Barcelona by creating our own personal avatars and using them in our Pixton comics. And we also used these comics to explore the building blocks of a creative classroom. It was in this module that we were introduced to the e-twinning platform. This is definitely something that will impact all of our future teaching, as it's a platform that connects teachers all across Europe to create and complete cross-cultural projects. This course of Empowering Education has given us the opportunity to collaborate with teachers all over Europe, and now we can use this e-twinning platform to connect in our professional lives, where we can collaborate on future projects to bring children together from all over Europe.
The Danish module focused on the positive aspects and the challenging ones of group work. In particular, it focused on small group communication, working in groups, and how to prevent bullying or exclusion from groups. We learned a lot about how teachers can collaborate in order to improve their group work, along with roles that are generally found within small groups. This was very helpful to us as it allowed us to see what kind of roles we would usually take in group work, how to improve on our group work skills, and what we could do in the future to improve our group works with our colleagues in schools. We also focused heavily on anti-bullying and created what was one of my favourite projects of the module and the course, which was our anti-bullying for gender and sexuality bullying in the classroom. And this project contained many activities that I would definitely like to put in place in my future classroom, because that's an issue that Irish schools often struggle with. The Belgian module covered lots of topics, from storytelling to interculturalism to the benefits of teaching and being in Europe. We started by learning about TPRS, or Teaching Proficiency Through Reading and Storytelling, and created one of our favourite assignments, which was a story about the famous Spanish flamenco dancer Carmen Amaya. We learned about the power of storytelling through teaching, and in particular about teaching a foreign language. We also then moved on to learning about how to be an intercultural teacher and how to improve intercultural practice in the classroom, and finished by learning the importance of Europe, being in Europe and teaching in Europe through creating our own possible future KA2 projects, and learning about international and European schools all around the different countries, and also comparing, like in previous modules, the different education systems, which is always very fascinating.